Hello, my name is Kyle Steele. I'm a candidate for Norman City Council, Ward 6 in the upcoming election cycle, and this is a summary for the City Council study session that happened on January 20th, 2026. As usual, the agenda packet for the meeting, as well as various timestamps, will be linked down below. First topic that was discussed was a homeless shelter bond vote that is occurring in April. If you're curious about the legality of how the bond questions work or what does or does not qualify to go to the vote of the people for a bond issue, I'd watch this portion of the meeting. But overall, this is just a step in the process to making sure this can get on the April ballot and complies with state law. Everything went as expected. The second item was an update on the street bond maintenance program. A map was shown with all the proposed projects for 2026, with every ward getting some kind of work done. Specifically for Ward 6, since that's the seat that I'm running for, it's going to be Franklin Road between 12th West and 24th East has a proposed project, as well as 12th West between Rock Creek and Tecumseh. In addition, for Ward 6, there was several neighborhoods that are getting what's known as preventative measures, just kind of like little touch-ups on the road to help expand its lifespan. It was noted that none of the proposed projects for this street maintenance bond has to do with the OTA or the turnpike. This was to address some concerns from Ward 5 residences. It's also noted that if this bond is renewed again, there won't be any additional taxes, but a continuation of the current taxes that were approved in the past that we're already paying. The city website also has additional information on the bond program itself for those who are interested in the nitty-gritty details. The third item that was discussed and the one that took up the bulk of the meeting is what the city is doing to address homelessness, kind of like a timeline overall. If you want details, just look at the link portion, but the summary is that the city has been doing various things since winter of 2019 to try to address the homeless situation, and the shelter bond proposal is just kind of a continuation of that timeline and hopefully what the long-term solution will be if approved. Excuse me, sorry. The fourth item that was discussed is the proposed guest room tax increase from 8% to 10%. As a reminder, this is the tax from people that out of town pay when they stay in a hotel room, Airbnb, or short-term rental, and this is not a tax that Norman residents have to pay. Essentially, if you live in Norman and something happens with your home and you have to go to a hotel for a couple of days, if you tell them that you're a Norman resident, you should not be getting charged this guest room tax rate. Comparisons were shown compared with other Oklahoma municipalities as well as cities within the SEC, and the bottom line is that the overall kind of guest room tax rate is in line with most of those. It's not too high or too low. There were other information that was presented as to how and why this tax increase would benefit the Parks Department, since if it does get approved, then that's where kind of the most of the additional revenue will end up going. The final item that was discussed was over proposed amendments to the city charter regarding the requirements for the city auditor, as well as when the council member's term starts. From the discussions, it sounds like the language regarding the city auditors is going to be going to a vote of the people in an April ballot, with the council member term question that has been talked about in the past being pushed back to a later ballot, potentially in June. And after that discussion, the meeting ended at just over 2 hours. If you have any questions about me or my campaign, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at KyleForNorman@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone, and stay warm out there.